Just a quick update today. Me and Steve have been quite busy over the last week, I suppose, talking about updates to the design of pixl-latr. Some of them are things I was sort of intending to look at post campaign, but as the kind of conversations have unravelled, I decided that I should bring some of the sort of design updates forward to show you all. So I've included the pictures below, and I'll just talk you through, I guess, some of the changes that have been made. So the first, probably most noticeable change is the gate. So now you'll see instead of 3, there's 4 gates. The idea being that the top and bottom gates are for 120, and the 2 that sit in the middle are for 35mm. The lower 35mm is swapped out with the lower 120 gate for digitising 35mm. The idea being is the new gates cover the sprocket holes on 35mm film. The 120 gates cover slightly less of the edge of the film because one of the beta testers commented that it was just encroaching slightly on the image. So a couple of people, so I posted about this on the Facebook group the other day. A couple of people commented that they'd like to be able to scan to see the sprocket holes, or digitise to see the sprocket holes. The idea by covering them is that actually it's beneficial in terms of quality, and of course the majority of people, when they're digitising, don't want to see sprocket holes. The answer to the people who want to see the sprocket holes, I'll be working on a gate shape that will allow digitising, including sprocket holes, which will then go completely to the edge of the film, and it will cover it partially on the sort of other, the 2 sides of the film to help hold it flat instead. Probably be a slightly complicated gate shape, I think, but one for those who have that sort of specialist idea of having the edge of the the sprockets in the final image. Same for 120. Some people like to show the edge of the film. We'll come up with a different shape gate that will show right to the edge of the film. So there's that. One of the other changes, you'll see all the gates are now labelled, so you know where to put them, obviously. And we've also widened the aperture of the frame. So to the sides, specifically on the left-hand side, again, feedback from the beta tester, and actually something I've been meaning to deal with for ages but haven't got around to. The left-hand side of the negative, as you look at it, was covered over quite a lot by the frame, so that's solved as well. The branding is now on the lower part of the frame, as you'll see, and the upper right-hand corner, as you look at it, of the frame now has a lip that extends over slightly over the sort of edge of the diffuser. To this is just to sort of enable slightly easier lifting of the frame off the diffuser when you want to slide the negative from one frame to the next, etc. I think that's it. The other thing, the last update, I mentioned the conversation with the manufacturing consultant, so I'm hoping to give him a ring tomorrow. My business partner's back from his holiday tomorrow, which means I can kind of sign off some of these ideas with him a bit better. I've had a very brief text message conversation with him this evening, and he's happy in principle for me to sort of pursue some of these ideas. The main point being is, with a manufacturing consultant, I can bring him in, and he's a third party. He hasn't got any motivations to sell me anything in particular apart from his services, obviously, but he also he can look at what I'm doing sort of objectively and dispassionately and tell me, yes, this particular course of action is a good idea, or no, this particular course of action isn't. That's, you know, in relation to things like the rubber feet that I've talked about. Sorry about the funny light coming through. The rubber feet that I've been talking about, and also to the sort of whole process of bringing manufacturing down to Worcester, where I live, as opposed to Liverpool. So yeah, lots going on. Nearly at 52,000 now, which is, you know, amazing. And this kind of sort of not a stretch goal, as I keep calling it, it definitely seems to be a possibility now. That is the point at which, if it gets to £60,000, that's the point at which we can really start looking at manufacturing in Worcester in a very serious way. We'll have our own laser cutter, you know, which is going to help massively with testing, and with, of course, the sort of different gate ideas that we've got. So, slightly distracted by the light that's going through, I've had to close the curtains, which seems ridiculous. It's a boiling hot sunny day, beautiful evening, but with the curtain open, it was causing me all sorts of problems with the light. Clearly closing the curtains hasn't helped at all, so sorry about the slightly dodgy quality of this video. I will be back with more thoughts next Monday. My intention is, I do my little vlog on Monday, so my intention is to sort of do an update, really, I guess, every Monday until this thing is in the hands of the backers. So yeah, I say every Monday, that does slip sometimes, but I'll do my best. Sometimes it might be later on the week for, you know, whatever reason. I'm also going on holiday, so you won't see me the 2 weeks that I'm going on holiday. But apart from that, yeah, all very exciting still, and lots of progress being made, and I'm still quietly confident that we're going to make the September deadline that I've set for myself. Possibly later in September, but I'm still quite confident. I think once we've got this manufacturing consultant in, that's going to make a sort of well, it will make a big difference to to everything really. I can't wait to have him begin to unpick all these ideas. Anyway, I could waffle on. I will stop now. Thanks for watching, and I will catch up with you soon.